So the topic for today is how to choose your guru. One of my favorite topics, because I have a lot of learnings out of this. So you do not choose your guru chooses you. Even if you think that I went out looking and I did this, I searched here, searched there, asked somebody, somebody told me, whatever, but they say that the guru's energy actually attracts you into a particular spiritual organization or school or an ashram or whatever you call it. And then in the Bhagavad Gita, there is this particular shloka which talks about how to choose your guru. And in fact, it speaks about, I do not want to use this word, but it says how to test your guru and what kind of a student you should be. So it's a really beautiful one. I'll just read it out for you. It says, Tatvidhi pranipatrena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Now, the meaning of this, I'll get to it. For those of you who don't know, few of us are in the group here in yoga class are from Pranic Healing, which is a spiritual school. And one of our teachers in Pranic Healing, he often jokes that, if you want to create an impression or sound intelligent, just speak a few Sanskrit slokas or words, then people think that, So, but then that's not true. I have not studied Sanskrit. It's just that I'm going to read it out from my yoga book. This is my university book, and we had some shlokas from the Bhagavad Gita for our yoga exam. So this one it was a favorite question for the papers. So I kind of, some things that you've learned, you just can immediately recall. Now, but they very beautifully have given, I'll send it to you later on WhatsApp. It says what should be the qualities of a student and what should be the qualifications of a guru. And that's what this shloka talks about. Okay, so as a student, it says pranipata in the shlok. So pranipata means absolute devotion, surrender. You give in to the guru. And guru need not be like a physical guru, like anything. You just give into nature, into circumstance, into situation, sometimes into your parents. Just trust that they're telling you the right thing. Have faith. That's what it means. The next thing he says is pariprashna. This is really one of my favorite parts. Pariprashna, they say that you should question the guru. It's your duty as a student to question the guru, to have a debate with your guru, to see if you're understanding the teachings right and whether the teachings he is saying is right. You may be tested, right? Sometimes he or she might tell you something just to check, are you even listening or are you even internalizing things, not just believing everything that he says or she says, right? So pariprashna. And I felt that this is so beautiful about our scriptures, that they're so open-minded. Like imagine Bhagavad Gita is telling you question your guru, and now we're in such a horrible state, maybe in the country, without using negative words, but you cannot question the government. You say something, you're behind the bars. Maybe some other countries are liberal, but I read this so much in the paper. Third one, it says seva. So seva is, of course, service. Spread the teachings, teach the teachings, live the teachings, practice it. So that's the other duty of a student. Now, once you do these as a student, then you have the right to actually, so to say, test the guru, not test, but understand the qualifications of a guru, understand your guru better to have more reverence. So one of the things they say is lineage. The correct word for lineage actually in Sanskrit is sampradaya. They say that every guru will actually pay his obeisance to his guru, right? They will tell where they learned it from. Now, it could be that it just came to them as well. For example, it need not be their guru. They will say they came from the Buddhism lineage. They came from, the Shastras or whatever like that. Then the next part is the theoretical knowledge. So the guru is like all knowing. Their knowledge will never end. They can keep on talking and you keep on getting the, so to speak, rust out of it. The more you listen, the more you want to know. The more you listen, the more you want to know. So that is that knowledge that they have, right? It's the pure, the true knowledge. And they say that sometimes, for example, you've heard Sadhguru in some of his videos, he says, I have not read any scriptures, right? I have not even read the Gita. It just came to him. He just got knowing. So I'll talk about that some other day. where they say that if you master just one of the yam or niyam, right, everything else will come to you. And yam niyam is like the first part of the Ashtanga yoga. Yam niyam mein पांच hai, right? तो उसमें एक भी आप अच्छे से you do it, then everything else will just come to you. You need to master it, like how, say, Gandhi ji mastered ahimsa, something like that. The next thing they say is they have the realization of the truth. It's not just bookish knowledge, right? It's experience. And this everybody can very, very nicely figure out. See, there might be so many people who have knowledge, right? People study for IAS, they just dedicate those 1-2 years completely, study. After they pass, even if they get the highest rank, are they posted in the highest post? No, right? Because just knowledge doesn't mean anything. You need experience of that knowledge. You need to put that to practice. And then that experience teaches you to teach other people, right? So for example, if especially something like yoga, right, I can learn from probably the best institutes or the best ashrams in the world, study for a whole year, yoga books, all that. And then if I don't have practice, I cannot feel what you're feeling, right? I cannot feel. Now, if you guys have been feeling the asanas, if you teach a friend or your kid or something, you know exactly what part is paining, what is hurting, how they should do it. If you twist the other way, how is it going to feel? So that, they say, is the experience that the guru has. Okay, and that's why they say that not every jnani can become a teacher. Sometimes you might be really wise, very intelligent, but you may not be able to transfer the teachings well, because you need that much experience in your life to be able to teach. So this brings me to one of my stories, actually, that when I first started doing yoga, fortunately or unfortunately, I went to this huge centers which are half government run and half like RSS run. And they have like some 80-100 people going to the class, and they just do yoga. So my parents used to go, and I used to just go with them, like after 10th ke holidays ke baad and all. And obviously I found it boring, because they're like teaching like so many people together in a room. And I lost interest. I was like, okay, fine. Then after that, I did little bit of yoga because of my dance practice. We used to have some stretches before and after. Then with some of my roommates in Symbiosis, we used to do a little bit of yoga. And then one of my friends introduced me to Shivananda yoga. So I did there. At least that spark was there. I felt like, okay, I want to learn more. Then I did my teacher training, and at my university, this is my university book. It's a very popular, good university, but theory teacher was amazing. So that really got me hooked. After that, I joined this super amazing teacher. She only teaches in Kannada, in Bangalore here. Super, super detailed. And I used to travel in Bangalore, like 35 kilometers is a lot. Okay. So I used to travel 2.5 hours back and forth just to learn from her. Yeah. And it's called Anandam Yoga Shala. So when that happened to me, I was like, whoever learns yoga for the first time, I don't want to give them that experience if I become a teacher, that they get bored of it or they don't like it. So at least it should create that spark. They want to go learn somewhere, at least on their own. Yeah, that was that about the whole Guru Shishya Slokha. Now, how does all of this relate to our mat practice, right? Like, I mean, for me, at the end of the day, I just want you to understand as to why you're doing what you're doing, and you're not just showing up in the morning for a physical exercise. For that, you can always go to the gym or go somewhere. In fact, if you go for a gym or swimming or anything also, I feel you should find a deeper purpose. Like, I really like it. It makes me feel good. I enjoy it, whatever. So how does this whole guru concept relate to our mat practice? Again, let me just narrate a personal story of mine. When I was getting married, right, 6 years ago, my parents were really against my marriage, because they were a little orthodox in that sense. They didn't want a intercaste marriage. And not only was I doing an intercaste marriage, but I was wanting to get married to somebody 9 years older than me. He had a child from his previous marriage. She was 10 then, now she's 16. And I was battling a psychiatric illness that time, and they were like, what is wrong with you? You're mentally, there are so many challenges. Why do you want to bring on more challenges in your life? And this is like a lifelong decision. But something in me kept saying, I don't know. I had this really real calling, and thank God for that, because it's probably been one of the best decisions I've made. Everything happened, okay, full on drama, ekdam Bollywood movie ki tarah hua. They sent me to my Maushi's house, and they took away my phone. I had to quit my job. I was quarantined literally for like more than a month, not allowed to go anywhere. And I was like, what to do, right, in that situation? And then I obviously, like a 20-year-old something, I started Googling how to take a decision in life. And bakwas stuff, okay, they're like, right, advantage, disadvantage, wrote all that, speak to friends, speak to elders, did all that. But कुछ भी मतलब ठीक है, you get some perspective, but it's like that inner thing कि करना है कि नहीं करना है. I was like scared also. And then I just happened to find this book in my Masi's house. It's called In Search of Your True Self by Walter Staples. Amazing book. What I realized is that this was way before my pranic healing, before I joined any spiritual school, before I joined yoga. And now when I think back of it, I realized that you have to find your own inner guru, right? That is the whole idea. And even the whole purpose of that guru or the physical guru or any ashram, whatever it is, all of them are trying to take you to that path. You find your inner self. And that is the very definition or meaning of yoga. Yoga comes from the root word yuj, union, right? Union of yourself, your individual self with your higher self or your soul or your atman. Everything we're doing is for that. Actually, our whole life is about it, right? You learn, you unlearn, you fall, you get up. So they say that the more you start believing in the guru, following his teachings, more of the soul energy starts coming into you. You become your best self. Good qualities in you start coming out, shining out. The bad qualities automatically start diminishing. When the good qualities start coming out, situations around you become better, people around you become nicer, everything becomes beautiful and nice. It's like food, right? Like if the ingredients are good quality food, cooked well, with love, when you eat it, you say soulful food. So it's like that. It's like soulful energy starts coming down. And that is what yoga is also about. And it starts with this, with mat practice, with your asana practice. After yam niyam, it starts with asanas. As a child, the very first thing you learn is how to deal with your body. You grow, you push, you twist, whatever you do, this is your first gross thing that you come in contact with. You play with this. And as we grow, we forget this. So you understand your body, you understand. There is this quote in Bhagavad Gita. I don't know the shlok, but it says you understand everything in your body. Everything within is everything without. So I'll speak about that in detail some other time. It's a very long topic. Yeah, this is about it, guys. So, and I'm telling you, like, you just dedicate yourself to these mat practice asanas, and maybe over time, after 5-6 months, I will say that you will find some interest. You'll probably deviate more towards meditation, more towards pranayam, something like that. And then you can just do a set of practices. Once you learn a little bit, right, you just have to do like basic 10-12 asanas every day. You don't have to do this whole drama. You don't have to come to somebody, pay to somebody, nothing. You can do it on your own. Okay, but you need to understand how to use your body, right? Like you've seen it, right? Surya Namaskar, we've done it in so many different ways, and it's like not even like, I would say 5% of it. What we've learned is not even 5% of it. I'm constantly learning. My teacher says she's constantly learning. It's endless. Yeah, and after some time, you'll experience this. With yoga, you will find that inner stillness. Like when you're really disturbed or something someday and you feel like reacting or bursting out or whatever, there will be a day when you can sit in the middle of all the chaos and you can experience stillness for yourself, at least for a minute. And that is like the real inner power. I can't tell you how good that makes you feel. It's not about physical power, yoga, strength that we're building. It's that physical thing will help you build an inner power. You'll love it as you go ahead with the journey. Let me know if you guys even like to listen to all this, because sometimes I feel like I'm boring you also. Yeah. Okay, guys. So have a beautiful weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Beautiful. Thanks, Varsha.
Thanks, Isha. You're welcome.
Thanks.
Varsha, have a good weekend.
Very beautiful.
Thank you so much.